she's referring to by looking down instead of up and not knowing what's actually under your feet. Do keep in mind this is a city. It's got a sewage system. And it's large enough for workers to go in through and people like us if we find the right caps to open if the manhole covers are unlocked. And that's probably the method we'll use to be getting into the police office. Or not even the office, underneath the office in the morgue. Going through the sewers, we can circumvent the entire police station.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be under opposite shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
Okay, so I suppose if you're more of a purist, if you agree with the people who actually attacked us back there, then you don't have to do the Praxis kit. You can naturally upgrade your stats as you go along, gaining experience. But strategy-wise, I recommend you pick up every Praxis that you can find, and they are available at not just this shop, but others as well. Let's see, the hypositism, not so necessary, but there's not enough space. Hold on. Let's see if we could sell some things. Hello? Why can't I choose sell? Okay, so we can't sell anything to her? Alright, what a waste.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
Yes, yes, Russian lady, I will use in good health. But let's see which Praxis upgrades we can unlock now. Ooh, we've got 4 Praxis because I suppose we had unlocked more once we finished the mission. Now this is the jump, sprint faster, run silently. I do want to be able to jump higher. But before we do that, I want to upgrade this. This is probably the most important thing to get in the game, the Icarus landing system. It allows you to fall from any point at any height and you will not take damage. So that's probably the first one you should get. And with that, go ahead and buy... I mean, really, you can buy whatever order of upgrades you want. But now we can jump higher than we normally could, and if we have more Praxis in the future, we can cancel out our footsteps even when we're standing, so we won't have to crouch around all the time. It'll be silent walking everywhere. So that's just a taste of what the augmentations can do.
Protesting is not against the law.
Now you can see
I know that, officer.
there's a lot more jumping places we can get to. Things that are higher up, platforms that we couldn't get to before because we couldn't move a box by them, they'll be easier to scale for us. And when we get to those high up places, we don't have to worry about falling.
Adam, are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's got to be another entrance in the side of the building.
Oh, security rating of 4. Can't hack that yet. Alright. I just really wanted to come up here to show you the Icarus landing system. Electro ball to safety. So that's the benefit of getting AUGs. Now, remember we did inactivate most of the events. I want to do this side quest first because this one requires a bit more hacking knowledge than I have right now, so we'll come back to this quest at a later time. This one would be good to go for right now. Double clicking does not make you run faster. Tab is that. Maybe it's just the shift button? Yeah, the shift button is what makes you run. Okay, that's cool. So with the sprint, in this game you don't have to constantly keep tapping or hold your finger down on the sprint button. All you do is hold shift, or I just said don't hold, but just press shift, and then you will run. You've got yourself a little run meter you can see pop up by the battery of your power. I could do that, yeah. Come on, what? Jump around. Alright, we don't have time to mess with you. Gotta go hack the police station. Hopefully all the officers are here watching the breakdancing dude. Or he's not even breakdancing, he's just like, oh, I'm throwing my arms to music.
Man, Eliza is so hot.
I'm thrashing.
Crazy.
Guess that's what it's called. Mosh pitting without a mosh pit. Did I just go the opposite way? I did. I hate when I get turned around like that.
And Picus only reports what the government allows them to.
But that's the handy thing about the locator of where your mission icon goes. Not only do you have a little mini-map, but now you've got that 30, you know, decreasing and increasing meter to let you know how close you are to your goal. That helps out tremendously so. This is one of the easiest navigation systems I've encountered so far. Ooh. And take some time to enjoy the environment created. I mean, I know we are Foxon. Huh. I wonder if that's a play on Foxconn. But take some time to slurp up these graphics. I know you're in a hurry to get some answers to what happened to Megan and the rest of the team and why these augmentations are under attack. But this place is awesome. And it really deserves your appreciation. Let's see. Oh, this is that gas station that we heard about. The one where we can get weapons. The guy's like, oh, customer. Better go in here.
Got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips.
Because there are some merchants. Well, actually, there's any merchant, really, besides the one that, the Russian lady that first tended to us, that are able to be killed. And you can just raid their bodies. They won't have all of their wares. Oh, so this is sell. What do we want to sell? We want to get rid of the explosive. I don't normally use these. I like to use the concussive grenades once I remember how to use them, but not anything that takes planting. The combat rifle, I would sell that, but we still use it. And I believe that's all. You know, for now we're going to hold on to the silent sniper rifle. Just because we've got enough ammo for it. But let's see if there's... Ooh, there's a damage upgrade. There is this device, which will hack anything, no matter the rating. So that's useful, too. Burst round. Both very good options. Let's see if we can buy a couple of things. Nope, don't have enough space for it. So let's exit out.
See you soon.
And use some of these upgrades on our weapons. This will make our firing a lot more fierce. Combine. Ooh, can combine it with my favorite, the 10 mil. It's another great thing about it. It's easily upgradable.
What'll it be?
It will be not that mine, but I want this for sure. As many as we can get. Those are so valuable, especially during high-intensity missions where you don't feel like taking the more difficult route into battle. That will save you a lot
tell
of
all
time.
your friends, just not the cops.
I will be sure to do that. Scuzzball. Let's... Can't combine. Ooh. That's a troublesome thing. Alright, well we can't combine any of that ammo right now. We might have to drop that off at our apartment. Because that's the problem if you don't have any space for it.
Up with some real tight merch. Those art lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop.
Okay, but if you can't hold it, you need somewhere to put it.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
That's all I need for now.
Alright. So it seems like a prime time to head to the police station. There's so many targets in that direction. And I don't think we need to infiltrate the station like he suggests and go to the 3rd floor. I really don't want to deal with any of them. It takes... I mean, it's a good practice if you really want to get a lot of experience for shooting up a lot of people and then gain tons of ammo, but it just takes too long. And there's a much more swift way to go about it. Let me make sure I'm headed in the right direction. Where are these alternative missions trying to send me to? Motherly Ties. Locate the... Yeah, alright, that's headed to the right place. I just want to make sure that I'm following the right mission objectives. If they're all in that direction, we gotta go right back through the subway. I thought the police station was nearby, but I guess not.
I can do that.
Wait a second. We're getting farther away from it. How could this happen? There we go. I get nervous anytime the numbers start going up. I'm like, oh no! I thought I was going in the right direction. On air. Damn. That's a crazy dress she's got. All kinds of jutting out polygons. That's the developer saying, let's just leave this polygonally broken and nobody's gonna care. We'll say it's an awesome style. Alright, so if you go into the office here, you're gonna meet Wagner. So we'll take a look at him and see what information he can cough up on us without doing anything, without raiding his computer. I don't think he's gonna say a thing. I think he'll keep his mouth shut. So you really, if you want that extra evidence, have to go for the 3rd floor. And in that sense, it's a good practice to go ahead and get that experience for blasting people.
What do you want?
Information.
Then go bother the receptionist, Chrome Boy, instead of wasting my goddamn time.
Not that kind of information. I want to know about the Seraph Industries case.
Ha ha! And I want a blowjob in a vintage 05 Bard GT, so I guess we both keep on dreaming. Huh, metalhead?
I know you handled the critical evidence linked to the case, and I want to know about it.
First off, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And second, even if I did, what makes you think I give a shit about what you want? Now, I strongly suggest you take your high-tech, toaster-looking ass out of my way before I handle you.
Yeah, so he's not going to budge on any information until you access his computers. But that's why I went ahead and got the spring jump upgrade. And if you just notice there, for talking to that guy, without even having to do the full mission, the full side quest of accessing his computer, we got enough experience to gain ourselves another praxis, so doing every little bit helps.
I have a message for you from one of your former colleagues, a Detective Alexander.
Jenny, what did she want?
She said she could use some help if you can make your way over to Grand River Road. And might I just add, as wonderful as it is to have you back at the office, I am not your personal dating service.